To many of you in the audience, this would be considered a stick. To me, it's a fishing pole. How do I know? Did this once, caught a fish. True story. Actually, it is a stick, but the lesson I learned from this stick was so invaluable. It was a beautiful summer day, July 2009. I was looking out my window. I looked down the block. The little kid down the block, 6 years old, bent down, picked up a stick similar to this. I was watching him. He was swish, swish, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. He was literally wiping out every pirate that was coming to attack his house. It was absolutely incredible to watch. When somebody came at him, I watched him step back, dodge, defend, roll, get up, pick up the stick, stab. It was unbelievable. This is absolutely I watched this for 10 minutes straight. I, like some of you here, was in a dead-end job. Though I actually was. At the time, I was designing cul-de-sacs. Clowning has been very successful for me and very exciting. I remember I had to come home and tell my wife, who just happened to be the next person in line. So I walked in and I said to my wife, "Honey, I quit my job, I'm going off to clown college." And she looked at me and said,
"Are you kidding?"
No. She said, "What is wrong with you? What are you doing? Do I have to put up with this the rest of my life? What about the kids?" I said, "Oh, honey, the kids will be fine. I'll teach them to juggle. It'll be a beautiful thing." I had a friend, his name was Glenn. We used to go hang out all the time. We'd go to the clubs together. You know what it's like. You have your best friend, you go out to the clubs, you're hanging out, you're having a ball, girls are coming up. "Hi, Glenn! Hi, Glenn! Hi, Glenn! Oh, Tommy, how's your mom?" Story of my life. Again, think about it. If it wasn't for imagination, the Wright Brothers, they were making bicycles. And they decided that they were going to fly on a bicycle. Again, thank God it was Orville and Wilbur. They believed in each other. They had to go down the block and say, "Hey, listen, I want you to invest. I'm going to take my bike, put wings on it. We're going to fly it off a mountain. What do you say? You want to invest?" "Oh, yeah, here's my life savings." No, they'd lock you up. Most things that happen in our imagination are ours. Michael Livingston was always getting in trouble for doing one thing and one thing only throughout school. He couldn't stop looking out the window. Teacher would always look up and say, "Michael!" He'd snap out of it, stop looking out the window. A couple of days later, "Michael!" Stop looking out the window. Michael just couldn't stop looking out the window. They brought his parents in. I remember sitting there, and his mother said, "Michael, why do you keep staring out the window?" And it was as simple as this. Michael looked and said, "I love dreaming. I love looking into the sky. I love looking in the sky, Mom." A couple of weeks later, "Michael, stop looking out the window." Again, imagine that. He just couldn't stop looking at the sky. Today, my friend Michael Livingston is Captain Michael Livingston, pilot. Imagine that. You know, there was a time in my life when I was reaching up to touch the bottom, and I discovered a man named Zig Ziglar, and he changed my life. When I met him in person, I said to him, "I want to thank you for changing my life." And he looked at me and he said, "I didn't change your life, you did. I just gave you some principles to follow, and you did." So I spoke to Brian Flanagan today, who's my pal from Zig Ziglar, tell him I was going to be the president of the National Speakers Association, New Jersey chapter. To me, this is a pinnacle. Zig has a book called Over the Top. I'm making my way to the top. I promised myself I would. I went and met Zig. I went to Born to Win. I went did essential presentation skills and study with Zig Ziglar.